Hi, how you doing? I'm Ash Robertson and it gives me great pleasure to welcome you all back to the Ash Show for this very special Crystal Maze edition. On this very special edition of the Ash Show, I'm going to be talking about the history of the Crystal Maze, how it came about, how it got revived, and also my own personal experience in the Crystal Maze, because recently I featured on the Crystal Maze with my AC/DC tribute band, Black Ice, and what an experience that was. So I'm going to be telling you all about that. So, let's start off with the backstory. How did the Crystal Maze come about? The Crystal Maze is a British game show devised by Jacques Antoine, in which a team of contestants take on a range of challenges set within 4 time zones: industrial, Aztec, medieval and futuristic, to win time crystals. Each one they successfully complete awards them 5 seconds in the Crystal Dome. The team work together, collecting a certain amount of gold tokens in the dome to win a prize. They must get 100 gold tokens or more to win the big prize. The time they have in the dome depends on the number of crystals collected. The show began back in 1990 after producers at Chatsworth Television were watching the French TV show Fort Boyard. Producers at Chatsworth Television decided to devise a British version, but unfortunately the fort was not ready in time for filming. As Channel 4 had already commissioned the production company for a full series, producer Malcolm Hayworth contacted Fort Boyard's creator about developing an alternative format, with a proposal that it used themed zones as a means of keeping the show fresh. The concept of the Crystal Maze was developed in just 2 days, creating a show which, although similar to Fort Boyard, was substantially different in presentation and style. The original series aired between 1990 and 1995 and was presented originally by the writer of the Rocky Horror Picture Show musical, Richard O'Brien. After an extremely successful run, in 1993, after 4 seasons, Ed Tudor-Pole from the band Ten Pole Tudor took over for 2 seasons before the original series came to an end in 1995. Growing up with the Crystal Maze, I remember lots of awesome merchandise around it. There was books, there was games, board games, video games, all sorts of things. There was a particular board game that I also remember being quite fun. I also remember there was a video game. One of them was in the pubs, basically a coin-operated game, and you used to play that and win money if you got through the games and get to the dome at the very end. And another one that I remember fondly was when I was at school. There was also an Acorn video game on the old Acorn PC systems. The old Acorn computer systems had a bunch of games that were released, and one of them was a Crystal Maze game, and I remember very fondly playing this at school. I'd highly recommend playing this game if you're a fan of the original show in particular, because it captures the atmosphere of the original show perfectly. So check that out if you haven't already. The original Crystal Maze MS-DOS game, available on the MS-DOS website. See the link below. So after that, the Crystal Maze faded into obscurity, never to be seen again. But it was remembered fondly by many people, and it was repeated a lot on Challenge TV on Sky. In June 2015, the interactive theatre production company Little Lion Entertainment announced that a live, immersive experience of the Crystal Maze will be taking place. Situated on White Lion Street in central London, the new maze admits members of the public who can buy tickets and play the show for themselves. This was the first time that members of the public could take part since the show's demise. This was not on telly, it was just a live experience, and it was later revealed in November 2016 that there would be another live experience opening in Manchester at the Old Granada Studios. In October 2016, Stephen Merchant hosted a one-off celebrity edition of the show for Stand Up to Cancer. This also saw Richard O'Brien making a cameo and was filmed at the Crystal Maze Experience in London. The show proved immensely successful and resulted in Channel 4 reviving the series for a brand new show. Channel 4's brand new series of the Crystal Maze is now shot at Bristol's Bottle Yard Studios and has even seen original production designer James Dillon return, and features all of the original zones but a slightly more updated futuristic zone. The show has been met with immense success, with people loving seeing it back on UK TV screens, citing it as a real national treasure of British TV. Richard Ayoade of the IT Crowd was chosen as the new Maze Master, and he brings his own unique style and element of humour to the role. I almost think of it like Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. Imagine Willy Wonka taking you around the factory. It's like Richard Ayoade is like a Willy Wonka guiding you around the maze. It's different, it's not the same, but it's different, and I think he does a great job. So back in 2017, I was on Digital Spy's website and I was reading an article that said that Channel 4 were looking for new people, new teams to enter the brand new series of the Crystal Maze. So I thought, wow, wouldn't it be great to be on the show? So I entered my team and I decided, wouldn't it be funny if I entered my AC/DC tribute band, Black Ice, as the team? didn't really think anything of it, thought they'd never get back to me. But a couple of weeks later I had a phone call from the Crystal Maze team asking if we could come for an audition in Newcastle, and oh my goodness, I could not snap the hand off quick enough. So we went along to the Crystal Maze audition in Newcastle. So a couple of weeks later, thought, I haven't really heard anything. About a month later I think, and then I finally got a phone call and they said, Ash, we would love to have Black Ice on the Crystal Maze, and I could not believe it. I was so happy. So last year, it will be end of May 2017, we were flown down to Bristol by the production crew. We put up overnight in a hotel. Meant to be at the Bottle Yard Studios in Bristol at 7 AM. So we were picked up in a taxi, whisked over to the Bottle Yard Studios, and here we were. From the outset, it just looked like any other television studio. Lo and behold, the secrets that lied within the brand new Crystal Maze set, which neither of us had seen. I've got to say, the team did extremely well. I was very, very proud of everyone. I thought that although I was a team captain and I was a little bit concerned about how people would, which person would go with each game, I thought I picked quite well, and I was very proud of everybody. I thought they did very well. Unfortunately, my own game didn't go quite according to plan. Looking back on it, I'd like to have had a bit more sleep. I think I was a bit like a kid at Christmas. I was just so excited. I could not sleep, to be honest, and I think I only had maybe 2 hours sleep, if that, so I think a little bit more sleep would have helped. However, I went in, I tried to do my best, and at the end of the day, it's an entertainment show, and you're making a television programme to entertain people. So if I'd have gone in and won my game, or even if we'd all gone in and won all the crystals and have been, dead straight-faced about it, it wouldn't have been very fun and exciting for television. So I think it's much more fun when things do go wrong. So when I went in and I did start to feel a bit dizzy, I literally couldn't see any other way of doing it. I thought if I stood up, I thought I would just fall over. I thought I'd smash my head on the side of the wall, so I thought I'd best crouch down. But then when I was crouched down, I just got dizzier and dizzier and dizzier, and I thought, I'm going to be sick here. They tell you that if you feel sick or there's an emergency, you are able to sort of do that and they'll stop the game. I must have been 2 seconds away from thinking I've got to do that, I'm going to be sick everywhere. But I thought, no, I'll carry on, and I managed to get back. I did actually cut my hand on the door, which was a bit silly of me, but the team were very nice and they looked after me, bandaged my hand up, and we were on to the next zone. Fantastic day being part of the Crystal Maze. The team really looked after us. Richard Ayawadi was great. We had a lot of fun with him, and it was great to meet him, the guy from the IT crowd and the travelling man, Richard Ayawadi himself. What a guy. So thank you to Richard, and thank you to the team, producer and Neil Simpson. He was very, very kind to us, and they even let us do the theme tune. So we were jokingly suggesting to them, could we re-record the Crystal Maze theme tune as a rock version, and not thinking that they would take us up on it. And sure enough, a couple of weeks later they said, we would love it if you would like to do the theme tune, and we managed to get it recorded in about 2 weeks and sent it off to them, and it was used as our episode's end credits. So we were absolutely buzzing that they did that, so very, very happy indeed. So Black Ice not only appears on the Crystal Maze, but recorded the Crystal Maze theme tune for the episode. So we were very chuffed with that. So thank you very much everybody at the Crystal Maze for allowing that to happen. You made it possible. Thank you.
You've been excellent. Thank you very much for playing.
Thank you, Richard.
And thank you for watching, if indeed you still are. Farewell.
Well, thank you very much for tuning into the Ash Show. I hope you've enjoyed this Crystal Maze special. I do hope that you will tune in to the Crystal Maze in the future. Keep this treasure of British television alive, because it's one of those, I think it's like television, gold. It's one of those classic TV shows on British telly that it's great to see back, I think, and I hope that you all support it and tune in each week. I'd like to say thank you to all my team who played a part in this, the Black Ice team. My dad, Mike Robertson, my brother, El Robertson, my uncle, Gary Robertson, or Angaz. And I'd also like to say a big thank you to my best friend, Kane Armstrong, who appeared on the show with us. So thank you, Kane, for coming on board and helping us out. Our actual rhythm guitarist, Ian McLean, was unavailable when we did the shooting, so Kane Armstrong was very kind enough to step in and save the day, and it was great to be doing it with him, as he's one of my best friends. So thank you very much, Kane. Thank you very much for tuning into the Ash Show. Catch us again soon. Hope you've enjoyed this show. If you enjoy it, please make sure that you subscribe to my channel, give me a like and send me a message. If you want to see a certain video on, then let me know and I'll see what I can do. Thank you very much for tuning in, guys. I'm Ash Robertson. You've been watching the Ash Show only on YouTube. Will you start the fans, please?